The Liberty quarter dollar is a US coin with a value of 25 cents. It was first issued in 1796. The early designs featured Lady Liberty on the front and an eagle on the back. Over the years, the design changed many times. In 1916, the famous Standing Liberty quarter was introduced. It showed Liberty standing with a shield and an olive branch, symbolizing peace and defense. This design continued until 1930. Today video top 5 quarter dollar story that could literally change the way you look at pocket change forever. Imagine holding a small piece of American history in your hand that most people overlook. A coin passed from hand to hand, barely noticed. Yet some of them can be worth thousands of dollars today. That coin is none other than the Liberty quarter dollar from 1979. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary quarter, but the reality is far more exciting. And if you happen to own one of these, it just might turn the tables for you. Stick around until the very end, because not only will I uncover its fascinating history and why collectors are hunting for it, but I'll also share how you can potentially sell it for top dollar. The Liberty quarter dollar from 1979 is often mistaken for a common coin since millions were minted. However, history teaches us that value is not always about quantity but about condition, rarity, and eras that set a coin apart. By 1979, the United States Mint was well into the Washington Quarter Series, which had begun back in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The quarter had replaced the Standing Liberty design that had been in circulation since 1916, marking a shift in how America portrayed its national identity on coinage. Now the 1979 Liberty quarter continues that Washington series. But what makes it fascinating is the context of its time. The late 1970s was an era of economic challenge in the U.S. with inflation rising and the value of the dollar constantly shifting. Coins like this quarter were being struck in massive numbers to keep up with circulation demand, yet at the same time, the public had no idea that some of these very coins would later be prized possessions in the hands of collectors. The coin features the familiar bust of George Washington on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty inscribed above, the date below, and the national motto "In God We Trust" to the left. The reverse displays the powerful bald eagle, wings spread wide, a timeless symbol of American strength and freedom. While its design remained consistent, the small details in minting created variations that today mean the difference between a coin worth just 25 cents and one fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors value the 1979 Liberty quarter for a number of reasons. Minting errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or coins with unusually sharp details have been reported, and these errors turn otherwise ordinary coins into highly desirable collectibles. Condition also plays a massive role. Quarters that survive decades without scratches, wear, or tarnish, especially those graded mint state by professional services, can skyrocket in value. Online platforms like eBay provide countless examples. While circulated 1979 quarters often sell for face value in your collection or even tucked away in an old jar at home, it might just turn the tables for you. What seems like an ordinary piece of pocket change has in fact surprised collectors and enthusiasts around the world with its hidden value. Today we are going to explore its fascinating worth according to eBay, other online platforms, and live auctions, and why this coin is getting so much attention. Stick around until the very end because I will explain how you can sell them. But more importantly, at the end I will tell you exactly what you need to do to know its real price. The 1977 Liberty quarter dollar penny is part of the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. By the time 1977 rolled around, these coins had already become a familiar sight in American pockets and purses. Yet even though millions were minted, not all coins are created equal. Subtle errors, rare varieties, and pristine conditions can change a coin from being worth only face value to fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars. On eBay, the 1977 $quarter penny has shown remarkable activity. Regular circulated examples can be found for just a few dollars. But high-grade certified coins graded by PCGS or NGC often sell for much more. Some pristine examples in mint state conditions have reached values over $100, especially when they display strong luster sharp strikes and minimal contact marks. These coins show that even a relatively modern issue can gain substantial collector interest. Auctions are where the true surprises often appear. Coins with unique features, such as doubling errors, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchets, have sold for impressive amounts. In certain live auctions, collectors have gone head-to-head for rare variations of the 1977 quarter, pushing bids into the hundreds or even thousands depending on the coin's rarity and grade. Online marketplaces beyond eBay, such as heritage auctions and great collections, also highlight the coin's potential. When a 1977 quarter in superb condition comes under the hammer, it becomes more than just a coin. It becomes a competition among numismatists who understand its scarcity in such high preservation. These platforms set benchmarks that influence what collectors are willing to pay in everyday sales. Point 1 of the key reasons why this coin remains popular is nostalgia. For many Americans, coins from the 1970s recall a time of cultural shifts, economic struggles, and a changing world. A 1977 quarter carries the spirit of that decade, and holding one feels like holding a tangible piece of history. Collectors place emotional value alongside monetary worth, which adds to its demand. Condition plays a huge role. A coin that has circulated heavily might only be worth its face value or slightly more. But a coin that looks, what if I told you that the simple Liberty $quarter from 2006, the same one you might have in your pocket right now, could actually turn the tables for you financially? Yes, this coin that most people spend without a second thought has been fetching surprising prices on eBay auction houses and other online platforms. Some versions of this coin have sold for many times over their face value, and the reasons behind this will surprise you. Stick around until the end of this video, because that is where I will reveal how much this coin is truly worth today and how you can sell it for maximum profit. The 2006 Liberty $quarter is part of the historic 50 state quarters program that the US Mint launched in 1999. This program was designed to celebrate each state's unique history, culture, and symbols, making it one of the most popular coin collections in American history. By 2006, 5 states were honored with unique designs, and those were Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Each design captured an important part of that state's identity, and these coins quickly became collectibles for millions of Americans. Nevada's quarter showcased wild Mustangs racing across the open plains, a tribute to freedom and the heritage of the western frontier. Nebraska's quarter depicted Chimney Rock with a covered wagon representing the courage of the pioneers who crossed the Great Plains. Colorado's quarter highlighted the snow-capped Rocky Mountains, reflecting natural beauty and rugged spirit. North Dakota's quarter featured two American bison, a nod to both wildlife and the Great Plains legacy. Finally, South Dakota's quarter portrayed Mount Rushmore framed with a pheasant, tying together history and nature in one powerful image. While these coins were minted in the millions, not all are created equal. Their value today depends on several important factors, like condition, rarity, mint mark, and whether they feature any unique errors. A circulated 2006 quarter from everyday pocket change may not be worth more than 25 cents, but if you have an uncirculated coin or one graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, the value increases significantly. High-grade specimens, especially those in mint state 67 or higher, have sold on eBay and through auction houses for amounts far beyond their face value. The real game changers are error coins from 2006. Some quarters were struck off center, some on the wrong planchette, and some with double die errors. That made them extremely collectible. These errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. who are always searching for the next unusual piece to add to their collections. For example, a 2006 quarter with a visible striking error has been known to sell for several $100 depending on the type and visibility of the mistake. Another aspect that increases value is proof and silver proof sets. In 2006, the US 1970 Liberty quarter in your collection. This coin might just turn the tables for you. Many people overlook this simple piece of change, but hidden among the ordinary are examples that have shocked collectors and buyers on eBay and auction houses with surprising values. Stick around until the end of this video because I will share not only what makes this coin valuable but also how you can sell it if you happen to own one. The story of the 1970 Liberty quarter begins during a unique chapter of American history. By this time, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation since 1932, designed by John Flanagan to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. For decades, it remained a stable and trusted coin. But by 1965, silver was removed from quarters due to rising costs. And by 1970, these coins were struck in a copper-nickel clad composition. This meant that the quarter no longer contained silver, yet its design continued to symbolize the strength and endurance of the nation. What makes the 1970 quarter truly fascinating is not just its design, or its wide mintage, but the rare varieties and era coins that emerged during this period. Collectors often look for specific mint marks, such as the 1970D, struck in Denver, or the 1970S, proof coins from San Francisco. Some of these proofs, especially those with unique toning or striking errors, can command higher values in today's market. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1970 quarter's history is the transition in minting techniques. Proof coins were carefully struck with polished dies, making them much sharper and more brilliant than regular circulation strikes. These proof coins, particularly the 1970S, were often sold directly to collectors and were never meant for everyday use, which is why high-grade examples survive in impressive numbers. But then, there are the rare anomalies. On platforms like eBay, stories have circulated about collectors finding a 1970S proof quarter struck on a 1941 Canadian coin. This extraordinary mint error shocked the coin community, with examples fetching thousands of dollars at auction. Such coins remind us that the minting process, despite its precision, can still produce unique treasures. 1987 Liberty quarter dollar in your collection or tucked away in a drawer. This small coin might just turn the tables for you. Many people overlook it, thinking it's just another ordinary quarter. But some of these coins have features that make them far more valuable than their face value. Stick around until the end of this video because I'll share its potential price and how you can sell it the right way to get the most out of your find. The 1987 Liberty quarter dollar is part of the Washington quarter series, one of the most iconic coin series in United States history. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and quickly became a familiar piece in everyday transactions. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, a design that remained largely unchanged for decades. The reverse features the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, a powerful symbol of American strength and unity. In 1987, the United States Mint produced these quarters at two locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark and Denver with a D mint mark. No quarters were struck for circulation at the San Francisco Mint that year, but proof coins were made for collectors. Both the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced hundreds of millions of coins. But what makes some 1987 quarters valuable is their condition, special varieties, and rare minting errors that collectors hunt for today. During this period, the mint was transitioning to more modern equipment, but imperfections still happened. Some 1987 quarters show striking errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. Others may display weak strikes or unusual planchet defects that make them stand out. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins with sharp details and original mint luster, as most quarters from this time circulated heavily and show significant wear. The condition of your 1987 quarter is crucial to its value. Circulated coins usually only fetch face value but uncirculated or mint state. Examples graded by professional grading services can command premium prices. Coins graded MS65 or higher with full. Details on Washington's hair and the Eagles. Feathers are especially desirable. Coins with bright, original luster and no significant scratches or bag marks can surprise many collectors with their actual worth. Proof coins from San Francisco hold their own special appeal. These coins were struck using polished dies on specially prepared planchets, giving them a mirror-like finish and crisp details, while many proof coins were preserved in good condition. Finding one in flawless condition, especially with cameo or deep cameo contrast, can still bring in impressive value. Another area that increases the value of some 1987 quarters is their role in error collecting. Doubled die obverses misaligned, dies clipped,